is plug.
You could order like 5 of them.
Question, Chris. When are we going to get torsos?
We're live.
Hello, everybody.
You can make a clone army of yourself, Maddie.
Messy Monday, Old Gray Bricks. So glad you're here. We got a few folks already here. Andrew Sada is here. Seth Bland is here. It is a messy Monday. With this, we got 11 viewers. That's amazing. So glad you're here. Make sure you like and hit the up arrow. You should even hit that bell that'll let you know when our sultry voices come on the air and are ready to entertain and say, oh, hey, we lost 3 viewers. Anyways.
Did he say salty voices?
I did.
Sultry.
Sultry.
Saucy. Sultry.
Saucy.
As long as we're not moist.
That's a southern thing. A
Sultry. Swank. Let's see. Brickanizer is here. Seth Bland is here. Andrew Stott is here. Glad y'all are here for Messy Monday. I have a bag of bricks from Second and Charles that I am sorting. And we got somebody here. Who we got joining us? Oh, it's Ant Bandit Adam is here. What's up, man? Long time no see. What's up?
Hello. Not much. I just got back from the Lego store and.
Oh, ding dang it! We were talking before, like in text. The Targets around here are not. They don't have new product out, and I'm mad about it. But you went. Did you? What else did you get? You just get.
I'll show you. So I didn't get all of them. I only got 4 this time, but I got. Of course, you got to get these guys together.
Yes.
And then I got Porky and Bugs. And then I got a few other sets. I got the 1960s Batmobile, the minifigure scale one.
Oh, is this out? Oh,
it came out today. Today was one. Oh, sorry. That's right. Tim Allen is here, I see.
Is it much of an improvement over the one that came in the Wayne Manor?
I don't have the Wayne Manor version, so I can't answer that. But I think it looks cool. I wish it came with Robin. That's all I have to say.
I think from what I saw, it's significantly better. It's got the better shaping on the roof with the new pieces and stuff.
What's Batman without Robin?
I know.
My guess is there will be a companion set that will have Robin.
Or the mid-'90s comic run, one or the other. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if they're going to do that, what would be kind of cool is if we got the Bat Bike and with Robin riding the Bat Bike with Barbara. Everybody say hi, Jeff.
Good to have y'all in the chat. All right, so yeah, so I really want that Batmobile. What's funny is I got a copy of the big set, the '66 Batman set, but the person who had it, they got it from somewhere where it had gotten water damage. They got it and kept it for a little while, never built it, and then they said, "We have some of it for you." Well, some of it means the Batmobile, the copter, and all the figs except for, Bruce Wayne and Burt Ward in their street clothes yanked. So so it's sitting over there. I haven't built it. I thought about taking it to Atlanta Brick Company. But now that I can get the Batmobile, I might try it. So
am I remembering this correct? Wasn't there
I have to say that the Batmobile for that pretty good.
Yeah. This one looks a little smoother.
Was there a Comic-Con exclusive 60s Batmobile?
It was a small one, I think, though, right?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yay, Batman!
I wouldn't mind getting the Batcopter just from Wayne Manor as an individual set. I wouldn't mind getting that.
Seth Bland, commas are important.
You want that for Zoom, do you? Do you?
Who doesn't?
I want that for Zoom.
I got the Zoom for you.
Ow!
Maddie even called me out. Maddie called me out on her stream today. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Brickman?
No, you first. I don't have mine figured out yet.
Maddie called me out on her TikTok stream going, I needed to make a new version of the Zoom song from the show and just make it for Zoom. And I'm like, no. And I logged out. No, I didn't.
You did walk out. You left without even commenting on the comment that I made.
Well, here's the deal. I was on my phone in my office, and somebody walked in, and I'm like, they had a big question. I was like, I'm not watching somebody on TikTok right now.
Sneaky.
Shang-Chi. I saw somebody's video today that the Shang-Chi sets were in Target, but I mean, mine was no different than yesterday. So,
Lego store has them out too.
The small set looks like crap because it's like a little crappy car and a couple of motorcycles and some shooters.
yes,
But the dragon looks neat. And
Yep.
Small Paul is a big dragon fan, so we will probably get that one.
is he a small dragon fan?
Yes, he is all sizes of dragon fan.
Small Paul likes them large.
theory.
Small Paul likes them small. Small Paul likes them all.
What?
It's a Dr. Seuss book.
Well, actually, I don't know. Actually, I think I always get that from Fez on that 70 show.
I would not eat them in a box. No.
Not eat them on a fox. I would. We used to do that with every step you take, every move you make. That song, because everything rhymes that way. If you step on a rake, if you got something to bake, if we would.
Did you know that Theodore Geisel didn't like children?
What?
Yeah, it's on record somewhere that he was not a fan of children at all, but yet he wrote children's books.
Take this, kid.
All the way to the bank, man.
Yep. Have that ruin your nightmare. Actually, there's a really cool art history book of Theodore Geisel, and he actually did some very entertaining adult themed pieces of art that are all in his Dr. Seuss's style. So it's very, very strange.
Well, he made sculptures. People aren't aware that he actually did sculpture work, and there was one that popped up on the Antiques Roadshow, and the people were like geeking because they're like, we've never seen one of these before in person because only like 10 exist. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Time out, Maddie. How old are you?
81.
Well, I mean, you're young 30, and you watch Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, I love Antiques Roadshow.
That's why she plays with the Legos.
Adam, you too. I saw you nodding your head.
I've seen it a couple times. I wouldn't say I'm an avid watcher, but I
watch.
I'm aware.
They're all on YouTube. I love it. I love that show so much.
Have you guys not figured out yet that Maddie is an old soul?
Oh yeah, that was obvious.
It's not in regards to like actually watching old movies, which I didn't complete my homework assignment.
No, she wasn't. She didn't watch a reality TV show from 20 years ago. That didn't just happen.
What? Oh.
I actually, I wanted to mention something. This is jumping back, but I saw the Shang-Chi sets today when I went in, and I have a conspiracy theory about the dragon. I think that the dragon from the Lego set is not going to be in the movie. That's my conspiracy theory. I think that it's based on concept art, and it's something that they planned maybe at one point, but hey, it didn't show up in that trailer that Marvel released a couple days ago. Maybe last week.
So you're saying Bing Fang Foom is not going to be in the Shang-Chi movie?
I think there's a chance that he might not show up. I think it might be a toy thing. I think they picked the most cool dragon from the concept art and said, "Let's do that one." I could be wrong.
We've been bitten by that problem before, so it's entirely possible.
Yeah, well, let's just recall for a moment before it causes us trauma. The Iron Man 3 sets with the vehicle with the Mandarin in it, the worst set of all time.
Right.
Let's not forget the Hobbit set that was a deleted scene that you couldn't even catch until you got the box set.
Oh, really?
What is that?
Which set was that?
I don't remember. The Hobbit sets kind of were not great compared to the Lord of the Rings sets, but I bought them all anyways. But
well, of course you did,
because I'm a completist.
Will.
I downloaded The Hobbit with fewer scenes in it.
They make one?
Yeah, there's a fan edit that cuts out most of the extraneous junk that makes it not like the books and stuff.
I would prefer to watch that version. Yes.
Yeah, it's called Maple Films. If you look up the Maple Films fan edit, it's still 4 hours long, but they tried to cut out a bunch of the extra junk.
It was 4 hours long.
Well, the
movies, right?
Don't show your butt to the camera, Kitty.
remember, it was Hobbits Part 1 and Hobbit Part 2, so yeah, combined together.
Well, it was 3 movies. They cut 3 movies down to 1 4-hour edit.
I'm sorry, you're right. There were 3 movies. Right.
I'm censoring my cat's butt because she was trying to show it on camera.
Pull over there. Oh, sorry.
Not that kind of show, Kitty. Not
I can
that
pull
kind
it
of
out
show.
from under the table and we can have a cat butt war.
Well, considering what we've seen Mark's dog do before on the show,
He loves the puppy.
I think that's illegal in some states, but probably not Georgia though.
dominant behavior.
Made in Georgia.
So the other day when we were having our Peach Lug online chat, I worked on the Dragon Horse Fighter thing and swapped the canopy around so that Maddie can see out now. And
There you go.
I'm gonna make it bigger so y'all can see it. See, there we go. Look at that. There's this face right there.
Yep.
And I edited I don't know why I just used the word edited, but I put the control tile on a little hinge there so we can kind of go like that. And look at that. Look how happy Maddie is to be flying it. Hey, guys.
So happy.
I really I appreciate my outfit. It's very flashy. Thank you.
And
Very
Small
cool.
got the Cyber Dragon, so.
Yeah, that's a really cool set.
It is pretty neat. The way that I'm not a fan of shooters, but the way that they incorporated the shooters in here, you can barely see them, and he's got a little button right here on his back.
Hey-o.
Hey, this says not to shoot it towards your eye, so thank you.
Yeah, now I got to find where they all went.
I miss the old Technic bumpers, the old rubber Technic ones that could actually hit your eye.
Those actually hurt. Like my brother made stuff with those and modified them so that they would hurt. You know,
Oh, wow.
thumbtack in one. Pew pew pew.
Yeah. Hello, Uber Geek. Good to have you here. Brixman Apps is here. Glad to have y'all here. Brahm is here. Yeah, I don't like the Technic shooters. They're cool, and I get it all, but they were always just kind of tacked on to the sets of mid '90s, late '90s, and everything. Rich is showing us all different Lego animals butts. So thank you for that. That's awesome.
As seen on Old Gray Bricks, everyone.
Yeah, you started it.
And you finished it.
Somebody started it.
It would be great if there was the mold mark. Although I'll have to admit, was it on what show was it? Was it on our show that Jeff Van Windenge pointed out that the bull had the light up in the
yeah.
Oh, Maddie's going.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go grab it. I had to
the
pick it up.
What's the set number on the bull?
The set number on the bull, Martin is the one who we traded 80107. Now watch this.
Speaking of proctology exams, oh no!
You lift up his tail,
Yes.
and then you push the little butthole, and he lights up. You stick his finger in his butt. That's literally where it is.
That's what happens when you light up. I've heard.
Same thing happens to me when I eat Mexican.
Welcome to the show, Gil.
Doesn't have the ordinary for Gil.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I remember my marriage counselor. I think my marriage counselor told me that years back. But hey, whatever,
sounds like Saturday night, right?
Exactly. Right after hockey.
Oh, hey Chantel, there's a.
So, Mr. Bull, where did she touch
you?
Show me where he touched you on the bull.
It's horrible.
And if it lights up, we're gonna go to Somebody's going to jail.
Yeah, it's definitely horrible.
Don't be a nincompoop.
Oh.
That's from a Bugs Bunny
It's a
cartoon.
Looney Tunes.
Okay, I'm quoting Bugs Bunny.
Oh, don't be an cow-poop.
I thought that was non-com poop. And that one that he used.
Nincompoop.
Nincompoop.
And then Hullabull, something.
Don't be a gullible. Don't be a
Gullible.
nincompoop. All right, here's something to talk about. Jake and I went through made a list or started to the figures we would like to see in a second run of Looney Tunes minifigures, and he came up with one, and I can't believe I didn't think of it. There needs to be a Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
To go along with the Marvin the Martian.
Do what?
To go along with the Marvin the Martian.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because those are some of the best cartoons. I love it when he has the disintegrating and the integrating gun or whatever. Those are all of those are hilarious to me. So
The one that I would love would be the mad scientist. The bald dude.
yeah,
He'd be
the
awesome.
the big old head.
I
Yeah.
want the big hairy heart guy.
To go, and he would be a brick built thing. You could do the
Gossamer.
summer. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
No.
With the tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that episode where his secret lair has the lights on the
Yeah.
outside, the neon lights going up and down. It's awesome.
So, yeah. It's sick.
Anybody else? Somebody you think off the top of your head a Looney Tune that you'd like to see?
Foghorn Leghorn immediately. I mean,
Yeah.
why wasn't he in the first one? We got Petunia for some reason.
They actually apparently they don't show a lot of the Foghorn Leghorn ones because some people were complaining for Southern stereotypes.
Well, I say, I don't see
Yeah.
it.
Dude, I quote that guy at least daily.
I know.
Hey.
I don't see it. I mean, it's like they're never gonna make a Speedy Gonzales
No,
for
they're
obvious
Speedy.
reasons, right?
They're Speedy in the line. Speedy's
Really?
in it.
Yeah.
Because in Canada
He's
they
got
will
lots of
not
cheese
show him.
and everything.
I don't think because of him they won't show him. I think they won't show him because of the other Mexican mice in the cartoon.
Slowpoke Rodriguez, his cousin. or
Exactly. Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
So Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn
sounded-
Leghorn, yeah.
It sounded exactly like Senator Howell Heflin of Alabama. Like, I'm not kidding. And during the Anita Hill confirmation, he goes, "Miss Hill, are you a scorned woman?" And I was like, "Who is that Foghorn Leghorn guy? Like, how did he get a job in the U.S. Senate? Like, he
Luckily-
literally sounded exactly like that."
Luckily, he keeps his feathers numbered for just such an emergency.
One of my favorite ones is Foghorn. The kid is tying down a pumpkin, and he's like, "Come here, boy. Let me show you how to tie down a pumpkin." Kids these days don't know how to tie down a pumpkin. Wait a minute, boy. What you tying down? And then it's a trap that slings him off or whatever. That's one of my favorite.
Actually, that would be cool too. Would be a chicken hawk guy.
The chicken hawk.
Yeah.
No Duck Dodgers. What?
Yeah.
What? Jeff.
Come on,
We used
Chad.
to recreate. My brothers and I used to
How
recreate
do you
this.
kick people from the chat, Chris?
I can do it. No.
We used to recreate the one where it's like no, that's Tom and Jerry. Is that that doesn't count as Looney Tunes, does it?
No.
No, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. We need a whole
Never
Tom and
mind.
Jerry CMF
I'm
line.
gonna read that story.
I heard that movie was awful, by the way.
My
Tom and Jerry.
4-year-old won't watch it all the way through.
Ooh, that's bad.
So
Yeah, I heard it is really not. I got a lot of Tom and Jerry in it, which is unfortunate. But
Yeah, the way that you know when Tom and Jerry jump the shark is when Jerry has a bow tie on, and it's like,
and the music's all like.
It's when they're friends. They're not friends. They're supposed to be out to slaughter one another. That's what kids like.
Hence why we got Itchy and Scratchy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
violence, that's what children like.
Yeah.
All right. So here, Yosemite Sam and Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd needs to be in there for sure.
How is he not in there now? That's crazy.
Because he has a gun. He's got a gun, and Lego doesn't do guns.
It may be the gun thing, maybe.
Well,
Never
you
mind
know,
Star Wars.
Well,
They make space guns.
He's a
They make
hunter.
regular
He's trying to kill Bugs Bunny.
But the best Elmer Fudds was when like Daffy Duck was the traveling salesman and the red button and stuff. Like those, like when he's not even the hunter, those are the best ones.
Yeah, when he's trying to sleep and all the
yeah. Wearing of the green shoes, the leprechaun shoes and stuff.
Yeah. They need to make a Elmer Fudd with the Viking outfit. I mean, that would be that would be amazing.
Only if they do the Bugs Bunny Viking as Helga.
Yeah. Only if they do the opera singing Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, Helga.
Yeah. There is a time, and I'm not going to do it, but there was my brother and I could do the entire cartoon in parts of What's Opera Doc. It's one of the classic ones.
Oh yeah.
When I was younger, I used to have memorized that I could tell you the whole layout for. It was the one with Bugs Bunny and the kangaroo, and the little tiny kangaroo, and they go off sailing at the end with the mom spilling the sail. I love that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think the one that I memorized was Rabbit Hood, which is one of the funniest ones of all time.
Ho, ha, ha, guard, turn, parry, dodge, spin, ha, thrust,
twist. Or what kills me still to this day is when he's knighting him. He's like, "Arise, Sir Basil." Arise. And then he does that aside when he's like, kid's got a lot of stamina.
Although, I mean, the yoinks and away scene where he's swinging down the yikes,
and he just saws all the trees.
Yeah, so Robin Hood Daffy would be great. That would be good. With his feet full of water.
With the bald pat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The friar, the
friar duck.
Friar would be good, and then friar duck.
What's still an awesome Looney Tunes to this day, and I think it actually won some awards. Was the Three Little Boppers, the one where it's like the wolf is trying to blow the house down, and the pigs are jazz musicians, and they go from man. If you listen to that, the music is awesome. It's really, really good.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the J. Frog. Isn't that his name? In the
Michigan. I thought it was Michigan J. Frog.
Yeah.
Mark.
Michigan J.
Michigan.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Which is one of the best parts of Spaceballs when they reference that when the chest comes out. That was awesome. Let's see what's in the chat. Elmer Fudd with spear and magic helmet. Yes, magic helmet, and I'll give you a sample. East winds blow, west winds blow, typhoons, hurricanes. Classic.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm trying to think. But it seems like Looney Tunes actually has a smaller cast of characters than y'all. They're like, well, I don't want to say Disney, because Disney has a lot, but
they have all those one shots, like that Three Little Boppers thing, and they've got. Remember the one with the hillbilly dudes?
Oh, where they're pulling
the beards and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another one where Bugs Bunny dresses up in drag and Side Belly Trio coming right up.
Oh yeah.
I think that's how we were all introduced to drag, was Bugs Bunny in drag.
Yeah.
Drag and also classical music, because that's how I learned, the
Wagner,
Barbara of Seville.
Yeah.
Well, now I also learned Barbara Seville from Little Rascals.
I'm the Barbara of Seville.
Oh man.
Or the March of the Light Brigade with the Little Rascals, where he's got the fireworks in his back pocket and he's doing and he's lighting them or whatever, and cannons to the left of me, cannons to the right of me.
There's still one saying for that my buddy and I we've done since we were teens and we're working together. And I can't remember where they're going, but they've got that cart all piled up 10 feet high with stuff, and Spanky's way on top and stuff. And Buckwheat yells up to Spanky. He's like, "Hey, Spanky, where are we going?" He's like, "I don't know, brother, but we're on our way." It's
Do you remember the Little Rascals where they made the cake and it had all the prizes in it?
Soap. Didn't it have soap in it or something?
Yeah, but the cake when they made it was of this box going weep,
yeah.
It was all pulsing in it.
Yeah.
So very odd.
Oh yeah.
Oh me. That's what we grew up with. That's what shaped us. I'm trying to think of another character. Oh, the nerd chicken. Remember the foghorn leghorn with the little nerd?
Yep.
The Bessie's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, do I fit in?
They could give him like a tile with a drawing on it or something. His little...
His calculator? Was it a calculator or a hand pad or something? He's always like, yeah.
Or do you have an abacus?
Paper he was always writing on and stuff.
Yeah. Writing. Yeah.
He would always do this. It's like when Foghorn Leghorn's like hidden in this like shed or whatever and playing hide and seek, and the kid calculates and gets a shovel and pops him out of the ground and then shows him the map. He goes, I better not look. I might just be in there. And
Was it him who he kept on calling college boy?
Yeah.
Here's the question
I'm talking to you, boy.
Here's the question I have: is Pepe Le Pew too controversial for a Lego minifigure? Because,
absolutely.
I mean, okay. I mean, he
He's
did
a little cringy.
I hate to say that he is too controversial because I get the whole thing. For me, I mean, a lot of people didn't like the Pepe Le Pew episodes. I thought they were funny. I liked them. I like they're hysterical. Now, granted, I like cats, so maybe it just kind of caught a certain funny bone for me, or maybe
for some reason the
inside a lecherous skunk
burned in my mind because that was one of the first.
Pepe Le Pew is when I went to get more cereal out of the kitchen.
That is perfectly right. That is correct. All right, here's a Pepe Le Pew cartoon. Pepe Le Pew speaks something in French, and it's not funny. And then a cat walks by and runs into white paint or a newly painted flagpole or something to get a stripe on his back. Pepe Le Pew, hello! And he then goes, and for some reason in cartoon physics, the cat is running like 90 miles an hour, and Pepe Le Pew is going blink, 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 and catches up, which drove me nuts.
I'm enjoying this. I'm already laughing here. That's the problem. Like this,
and then he'll run into a museum, and Mel Blanc will voice somebody going, "Let's skunk that pew, that boy cat," and they all run out of the museum, and then somehow it's the end with him hugging on the rapey.
The entire time you've done this perfectly, I'm smiling and enjoying the whole thing.
Well, we don't have your
it's because it's condensed down to 20 seconds, not 7 minutes.
There you go.
Have you ever watched this show in its entirety? It could be condensed down to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But
you know what else was weird though is that whenever they did more than 2 words in French, it was usually wrong. That was the weird part. Yeah,
it was totally, making fun of the French language, whatever.
That's the reason it can't be made in Canada.
Yeah, actually, no. That apparently we have no problem with rodent misogyny, but no Speedy Gonzales, man.
That's weird, but I mean, there was that in America, and then a lot of people were like, "Hey, it's the cool thing about the Speedy Fig," and somebody mentioned it. The cheese slopes have cheese print on them, so
first time ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super awesome.
I did see that. I remember we were debating the shuttle printing on the cheese slopes there, and I saw the cheese slopes on Speedy's Cheese, and I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, just an FYI, if you go to Bricks and Pieces to order those cheese slopes that are printed, they are 94 cents a piece.
Oh wow.
Did they go up?
No.
Or was that the same price?
No, that's what they've been.
I think I just ordered 10 of those yesterday. Granted, I used $50 in VIP points, so.
Here's something not Looney Tunes related, but going back to the Megaforce build.
Yes.
So when I've been sort of doing a little bit of research, so I look at the movie. So the vehicles from the movie, largely, the color scheme is basic tan with brown and black and what looks like a maroon kind of thing.
Looks like
but then when I look at the monogram models and stuff, they're different. They're actually like white with like base white with like black and like a dark, like a cherry red. Yeah. So I figure that we're going by the movie, so it's more or less tan, right? More or less.
Yeah. And let me go ahead and pull that since you brought it up. A very excellent segue. Thank you very much. If you know, we have for the month of May, we have the Megaforce Be With You challenge. So for the movie Megaforce, you might want to make a flying motorcycle. There you go. That's awesome. But in the contest, when we mentioned it, you could make the vehicles from Megaforce or something you think they need. Or I believe it was Kenner that came out later with a line called Megaforce.
Yes.
And I always wondered if they were like leftover concepts for all the sequels they planned or whatever. But there's some pretty radical 70s, 80s looking vehicles. So you can use that as your inspiration, whatever, to make whatever vehicles you want and everything. Oh, good. Pink Wheels is making.
Finish me. Sounds like some Mortal Kombat like finishing move.
I've had some sneak peeks. I've gotten some sneak peeks of what Pink Wheels is doing, and it Chris, you're gonna love it.
Good. I'm excited.
You're gonna love it.
Hey, Mr. Blue, how are you? Good to have you here. Yeah, that's awesome. Jeff, Jeff's salty today. Has anybody checked on Jeff? Jeff's a little salty.
What do you mean Jeff's salty today? That's one of Jeff's finer qualities. Jeff is like a piece of meat that's been laid out in the sun with salt on it to cure it. So he's.
By the way, this is also why I need to have new glasses, because I said that I thought she just wrote my inspiration is glove latex, and I'm like, what the heck?
Again, you do need to get your eyes checked.
I did.
Love latex, right?
Which is a whole different YouTube channel.
Yes.
Moving on. Oh me. So anyway, So build the contest. We'll have some fabulous prizes, and you might even get a buttered grape in the mail if you win the signed by the inventor of the buttered grape himself.
How I sign it is you don't want to know.
I just wish I had a headband for him.
Oh, that would be awesome. I should go to Walmart and buy some cheap tennis headbands in light blue and send them to the winners. That would be amazing.
I've got this guy. This guy is going to be my.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
Headband
got a headband,
and
that's all
everything,
matters.
so yeah.
Got a headband on him. Is that the
Dino Attack fig.
I think so. Yeah.
The best dinosaur theme from Lego. I'm just kidding.
I know the collectible minifigure tennis player, the male. He's got a headband, but I think it's white and blue. If I recall off the top of my head.
There is this sort of thing. Yeah. So yeah, the other line was I think monogram models.
You got
You're down.
Karate Guy, but his headband is decorated, so it probably not.
See, Adam, before I forget, I still have your Amelia Earhart with a sticky note in the basement. So sometime between now and I don't know when, we'll get it to you.
I will follow up with you about that. I that completely skipped my mind this week, so I will have to
Get Amelia. Give me the sticky note.
Well, I know I will for sure be at the the Sugarloaf Lego store on May 29th for April Day.
I can be there. I live like I think like 6 minutes from
Chris,
the
segue.
I think you and Matthew are probably neighbors.
Wait, you live that close?
I live like that close. We're probably neighbors.
I'm right off 120.
Oh, really? I'm
in the
I'm
in the
way up one
North
I-95.
River Colony subdivision as you're headed towards the Target. I'm between the Target and the mall.
Don't you have a map you can just display real quick?
Let's just pull it up.
I live here.
I live off like Boggs Road.
Oh, so you're right by the post office I go to all the time.
Yep.
Go ahead and give your exact location. There's only 17 people watching, so that's not much change.
For Chris or Mark in the private chat, I put a link to one of those plastic models that shows the alternate color scheme.
Oh. Liquor River. Oh yeah, it's got black and blue. That's weird.
Yeah, it's like these are the ones I remember on the back of comic books for ages.
Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's weird. It's like there's some are blue, some are black, but it's like a white base. Yeah, and it looks like these ones are from Japan, I'm assuming.
No, that's not. Yes, it is. I was trying to make a joke, but I'm looking. Maybe it's just the artist license or something going on.
No.
Or they're just being super radical.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool color, so.
Yeah. Because like when I saw this, I'm like, oh man, good, because I don't have much tan.
You could make Megaforce Black Ops, and make them all black with magenta and something on there. That would be amazing.
Well, but wait
Because
a minute.
I have so much
the point
magenta.
is, if you're going to build something, you got to build it in the colors, but then you got to make a second version of it in all black for when it's night outside, when it goes into camo mode.
True.
There you go.
True.
Are you not missing one of the best one of the best pieces of the movie was when he puts the hat down on the vehicle and he lifts it up in a black circle? Come on! It's got to be color changing, or at least have a second version that's color changed.
In all honesty, the only time I've seen it in the last 30 years is when I'd had quite a bit of Mark Scotch. So it's very blurry.
I was just waiting for someone to date this movie so I could like feel better about not seeing it. So
Wow.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah,
that's right. You weren't around for the discussion.
I missed a lot here.
This is a terrible movie from 1982 that was a major box office bomb for good reason. You would laugh at the effects. I mean, the whole thing is laughable, and the best worst movie you've ever seen at the same time. So
I'm gonna look this up tonight. So I'm
It's
already
definitely
watching.
MST 3K worthy.
oh,
Yeah.
they did a riff track. I need to download that and watch it with it. That would be amazing. Hey, dude, Jude, welcome. David Cowdice is, or as we say down here, David Cooties is here. Matt Robbins, welcome. Glad to have you here. But yeah, so the contest, if you are just joining us, is to build something from Megaforce that Megaforce needs, or just screens Megaforce 1982 synthesizer and guitar squeal that thing. So whatever that force needs, that vehicle, you need to do it. So I need to get started on mine.
The headband's all Lego too. So everything.
All right, let's see. You know, all that needs is the back of an airplane and a very cheesy screen for him to pop through.
I have one of those.
Me. All right. What else is everybody working on? I'm sorting a little. I don't want to.
I'm working on my other pop out. It from neglect had been damaged quite a bit, and I've been sanding it down because it's MDF. It's like cardboard that's been painted over, and so it's gotten wet. So there's like these bumps coming out of it from the water damage. So I've had to sand them down, and now I've got some spackle on it to flatten it a little bit more, and then I'll be painting that so I can move a play into it. You want to see?
Sure.
There it is.
Megaforce.
Deeds, not words.
Where are you, Adam? Hey, there you go. There's the poster.
I love it.
And when they congratulate each other or greet each other, they do this.
This is amazing. I've missed out on a piece of like cinema gold here.
You missed nothing.
I've lived my life without seeing this.
Actually, the what made it so awesome is that 20 of us adult fans of Lego, some of which are in this room, all piled around at the last Brick Fest, the original Brick Fest, and watched that movie together. And it was a moment in history that'll never be recreated. It was a funny. I probably laughed harder in that hour and a half, 2 hours than I ever had in mine. It was awesome. Super amazing.
I'll have to try and whip something together. When is the due date for models then?
It'll be a month. It'll be May the 20th, I believe we said. So
nice.
So forget the Star Wars stuff. It's Mega Force be with you, not May the 4th be with you. So just
it doesn't seem to want to post to the public chat, but Adam, in the private chat, I put a link to a stop motion account that I just came across last week.
Nice.
And it's really fun. It's like he doesn't use very complicated sets, but his motion and his interpretation of Gundam models are like super fun. Like it's really, really cool stuff. And he's got tons of content. Yeah. So the last thing you want to do after working all day at the hamburger stand is go home and eat a hamburger. But if you want to, it's there for you to take a look at.
Nice. I appreciate it. I love finding people like this who are just doing random stop motion with action figures. Like it's cool.
Yeah, and this guy, like he does, it's kind of fun because it's obvious that he's just shooting on his kitchen floor and with boxes and this and that, but he's one of those guys you can tell he's really got some vision. Like he knows how to move the face, he knows how to make them react convincingly and stuff. So it's really kind of a nice. It's neat too that, and I thought of you because he puts the stats below each one. So it's like this. 7-minute thing, 4,000 pictures, X amount of hours, like it gives you a sense of like, oh God, this business is like grueling to do this. But.
It is grueling. It is a grueling process. I have a lot of admiration for you mock builders out there who stop motion is not your main thing with Lego, but it's definitely a long, time-consuming process.
That's why mine are no longer than 10 seconds.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, I did build this weekend. I did a quick day build of the Aero module from Futuron. So here it is right here.
Nice.
Using the Porsche pieces.
Yeah, I just attached those as the wing little bits there. So
some Space Police vibes.
It does have Space Police 3 vibes but I swapped out the Space Police guy to make him look like a Futuron guy. So that was my this weekend. I built it on the TikTok, by the way. I'm on the TikTok. So
and for Zoom, didn't you just hit a certain number of followers?
3,000 followers, yeah.
Yeah, Fazoom did it.
Nice.
So our TikTok videos, what? They got to be under a minute, or
under 60 seconds.
Under 60 seconds.
Yeah. So although they were testing out 3-minute videos, I think.
Only people like National Geographic got it, and like other companies got that. You know what I'm saying?
But Maddie, don't you do like a live stream on TikTok or something?
Yeah, I do live streams on TikTok. I recently hit 12,000, I think. Nice. So we're booming. I've been doing Lego techniques, and people have been really enjoying that.
But when you do yours, I'm assuming that it's longer than a minute for streaming, right?
Yeah, you can. When you do live streams, you can stream for as long as you want.
And then does it save it someplace where people can go back and watch it, or is it just live and that's it?
It saves it to your phone, so I can watch all of my previous live streams for the last 30 days. And then you can download it and then save it. So, like, for example, this kid, he broke this mock that he made in a live stream, and then he downloaded it and then made a TikTok from the, the wreckage. But they just released a new feature where you can do co-hosting, so more people can join in on the live stream, but there's a lot of bugs. So I don't like to live stream with other people, but people always try to invite me in their live streams. I'm like, go away. Because there's an audio. What?
You want to join my live?
Yeah, that's what happens is that this icon pops up and it's like, so-and-so wants to be in your live stream, and you can ignore it, but it takes 30 seconds for it to go away, or you can hit decline. But when you hit decline, then they usually send the request again. So it's funny. But there's audio issues on my end. So like if I have headphones in and I'm doing the live stream with someone else, I can hear an echo. So it's like my voice double, and then I start having to have a speech impediment. Yes, exactly, Mark. I have a ghost on my phone now. So, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
So I always get a headache if my voice is doubled like that. Like I once taught a class in front of 250 people, and I had to wear one of those collar mics, like at big churches or, empowerment lectures. And the first 2 weeks I would have a headache after class every time because there's a slight delay on what comes out of the speaker versus what I'm saying. And then I guess I just got over it, but it was aggravating at first. So
I'm actually sort of amazed that you'd have that, because after your decade in that boy band, I thought you would have been really, really used to it by then.
So Gil, that was me. That was me.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no problem being able to project into a small space and get a large volume kind of thing going on.
Oh, this was projecting into a large space with 250 people.
Well, you call it a large space. I
Projecting
still
into
call
spaces
anything
is-
indoors.
Yeah.
It's still a small space.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to project so that people could hear me if I was outside.
Oh, the old school
Probably why my
Roman
wife-
orator style. I see.
Yeah. This is probably why my wife has me close my door if I'm on the phone for work or when I'm doing this, because I'm not quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try having a voice like a foghorn. It's even better.
So Sunday, I was the person that had to read the announcements during the service, and we do it online and we do it in person. And so I've got my list, and I'm like, okay, I've got to be jovial, quick, and get it done. And I'm like, I just hope the mic doesn't screw up. And I get there, and Art's doing, and I was like, we have the one, we call it the not the public mic. We have one handheld that we can give to somebody doing whatever, and that's what I had. And as I'm headed up to the stage, I look down, and the microphone, the antenna part is kind of broken off because our school uses it, and somebody dropped it. And so I knew it was going to happen. I would rather speak to thousands than have to give to stupid announcements, because I have no care for what this is doing. You got to be all like, hey, join us, and then give your time and do the thing, and hey, and I hate it. So then I'm talking to the room, and we don't have monitors because the musicians use the things in their ear. So you just have to rely on what's bouncing off the back wall to know if you're projecting. And as I'm talking, and I'm doing all, drove me crazy. I walk back to the sound booth, and I hand the guy the mic. He goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry, man." I'm like,
I was gonna say, did you make enemies with the sound guys or something? Were they trying to get revenge on you?
We had a sound guy that if he was a Georgia Tech fan, and the guy that was the pastor was a Georgia fan, and anytime he would just start dogging or whatever one team or the Tech, all of a sudden he would just drop the sound off. And everybody knew it. It was a big laugh and everything. So,
Although, Chris, I won't say why or where, but your zippy little dude voice always cracks me up.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Chris was describing somebody to me, and he was using that voice, and I was like, really? And then now I hear him use it again. It just
Yeah, I'll tell you who it was because I'm never going to be on the show. The guy that his name is Rafe something. He was a recruiter for the Lego show, and I'm Instagram friends with him. He's a nice guy. I don't know.
Oh yeah, totally nice guy.
He looks like he's 12. I mean, I'm not kidding you. He's 12 with a supermodel with his girlfriend, all this kind of stuff. But he's like, hey, man, how are you? It's good to see you. I like you. You got the zip. I want to get you on the show. And I'm like, stop it. You walk into your house and go, hey, hon, let's have some English peas with those mashed potatoes. And I don't understand. So.
Sounds like he's talking about some pile up on the I-95 from the chopper.
Yeah, looks like we've got a water buffalo jackknife in Lehman 12.
That's
when purpose, by the way.
I remember when Tom used to turn on his radio announcer voice. It's like a totally different dude. The first time I heard it, I'm like, really? That's him? But he totally had that, 70s easy listening NPR vibe, right? Yeah,
he totally did. If you're viewing, and I'm not keeping up with the comments. Sorry about that, guys. When you see our graphics, you'll see the little emblem that says "For Tom" and the orange guy. That's our friend Tom McDonald. He died 4 years ago. Has it been that long?
I think so.
3 or 4 years ago. Tom was a good adult fan, a Lego fan with us. He was there for the infamous Megaforce, I believe. No, he was not there that year.
No, he was. He was there.
Yeah, he was. That's right.
Yep.
And he passed away unfortunately a few years ago. But he was a radio announcer, a radio DJ, and he worked for a bunch of different stations. But yeah, he could turn on Tom. This is the Spam Cast. Yeah. It was awesome. He was so smooth too.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah. That's why whenever you do this, I'm like, oh man, it would have been great to have him on here just to do the voice. Tom, you got to do intros, you got to do all this kind of stuff, right? Take us to commercial, Tom.
I think Julian is. Are you bored with us, Julian?
No, I was just figuring out the private chat. I got it on my phone now.
Oh.
So that's the question I had
instead of being on TikTok. Well, I'm in the bathroom. I'll watch that.
Pink Wheels knows she met that guy. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Hey, Pink Wheels, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, glad to have you.
That's the question I have for Maddie or Julian, I guess, is that when you're doing the TikTok thing, does it all have to be done with your phone, or can you route it through something else?
There's editing apps that you can get. My sister keeps telling me I need to get one.
Too old for all that crap.
I do it all through my phone. And so I was talking to another TikToker about it, and they were like, you shoot everything. I shoot everything on video on my phone, and then I edit it within the TikTok, or I shoot it with the TikTok app directly.
Hey, Chris, can I get the big screen? I'd love to show my latest TikTok.
But wait, really quick. Also,
I'll wait for Maddie to be done.
Also,
go ahead, talk, Maddie.
People edit on their computer. Yeah, so it's possible, but I just don't do it.
But when you stream, are you using your phone too, or can you use your computer?
You can use your computer too.
When are they checking
I just use
that?
my phone.
Gotcha.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you log in on your computer.
Heard.
I didn't know.
I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, I the ones I've done. I did one today in my office because I've got the R2D2 from 2000. That was the Dorito or the Frito-Lay Target. It's a very rare set I have. I did a video on that, but yeah, you edit it all. You can put text on it. You can even make the text talk, and now they have closed captioning or whatever that you can even edit. Cat butt.
No, it's just using the scratching thing.
Oh gosh, I got a bad angle on that one.
Yeah, where's the stick? The stick had some. Oh my goodness.
Let's do it, Chris.
Well, okay, let's go to some tamer stuff. Let's go to Bricksmith.
No.
Yes.
I'm so glad the camera's going up and not down.
Hey, Julian.
Nice.
I have a question.
Huh?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
What is pin bucket? Because that's what the
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? You know what?
Does the cat light up?
What a power move.
Oh, don't try, please.
Please don't
try.
show it.
No, yeah. Poking there is fine.
That's the first time we've ever said that before.
Why did you go out front? You're Griffin.
What? Peter.
Wait, I didn't mute myself.
You just
Oh, it's messy Monday today.
Now you're muted.
What?
Now you're unmuted.
Yeah. By the way, Adam, check the message from.
I'm already downloading it.
That's what's on my
It's
phone.
happening right now, actually. Oh, it finished.
Wow, that's fast. Well, I'm not going to
All
try
right,
it.
I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to go watch this.
You'll come back in about 10 minutes going, what have you done to me?
I've got something to show.
Do we trust him?
Yeah, you already saw it on Saturday.
No, I didn't see you Saturday.
So
All right, go ahead.
I want to build a skyscraper, and I want it to be kind of like a mashup of the Jetsons and Art Deco, or Fart Deco, depending on how you pronounce it. So I worked on building one floor and working out the color coordination and that kind of stuff. But now I'm sort of working on a second floor, and obviously they could sit right on top of each other to make a tower. But I'm actually thinking that it might look really cool
I think you
if
totally should do that.
every other floor was at an angle.
Yes.
yes.
I thought you were gonna do like a spiral with this guy.
Well, that's the other thing. I could have each floor like move like a quarter of a panel,
Yeah.
and then it would gradually.
That I think would be really cool. Yeah.
You like that idea better?
I think so. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm for
Because
the
then it
spiral.
almost looks like a set of stairs, like going up, which is kind of cool.
It looks like those Lego pieces from medieval castles. Where it's
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I like it.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
That'd be kind of neat because if you had like the turntable of some sort and then surrounded by tile on top,
Yeah.
it means that you could place it, but it means you could also change the angle at will, right? That'd be really
There's
neat.
the micro
And
scale
for
version.
transporting it, I'd want to line them all up to put
Right.
them in the trunk or a box or whatever. But
Right.
once I got to the show, I could use the swivel plate.
Oh,
Right.
there you go. The micro version.
Nice.
Focus.
Yep.
Except it's yellow, but yes.
Okay, so I'll try that, and basically all I need to do is find a stud. I need to work out the geometry. I can find a stud. I could put it on a turntable with like one or two studs that will lock it, and it should work.
You
Peyton
need
Wright
to put a
Bomb.
roof on each level, though.
Yes, it'll need a roof and a floor in each level.
Brom, we need your Lego angle ruler to find out where studs match up on angles. If Brom is still listening, he would probably just be able to quote it to you. You go down 15 and over 3, and that'll match up. He knows all that, I'm sure. But
He's gonna tell us in like Kelvin or something, or like micro millimeters. Yeah.
Are we concerned about the temperature of the Lego?
Yes, with Brom, it's like full spectrum analysis, man. When you deal with the Vulcans, you have to expect full Monty.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Did you talk to Chris? Have you talked about the meetup on the 26th? Why are you muted?
I was talking to the dog. Yeah, you go ahead. I gotta go let the dog out.
When Chris says he's talking to the dog, he means actually something's coming out of the other end.
Mm-hmm.
That means the dog is barking.
Oh, it sounds like a bark for sure.
That dog is right down here.
Yeah, it's down below the table. That's where the sound's coming from.
Sounds
I
more
need
like
to-
breaking porcelain and a gunshot.
Well, if you see me mute and then I lean to the left, that's what that means.
I lean to the right.
Now everybody's thinking to themselves, which way do I lean? I think it depends on the day.
So, Chris left me to tell you guys what's going down.
Uh-oh.
The dog is definitely barking.
Chris has to change his pants.
That wasn't a fart.
So,
All right, sorry, I'm just going to say this. Was it Chasing Polly was the first movie they introduced charting in? I forget.
Yeah.
Or at least they talked about it in a movie.
I thought y'all were talking about.
I know, we're talking about
then he just wandered off like an old man at the home.
I think what he was trying to say is that there's going to be a meetup at the Atlantic Brick Company on April 26th.
No, June the
Saturday.
26th. June the 26th is going to.
June.
Yeah, June the 26th, which is a Saturday.
April 26th.
You can show up May 26th if you want to, but that Thursday is.
I said April, and today is April. Like, we're all there. Hey, guys.
When is this happening? I'm putting it on my calendar because
June the 26th, which is a Saturday at June the 26th, which is a Saturday, meeting up at Atlanta Brick Company. But also, Bricksmith's going to be in town in Atlanta on
29th.
Is it May the 29th? Is that right?
May 29th.
May 29th is April double points day, whatever, at Sugarloaf and all the stores.
Not double points. It's April Day.
April Day.
Now,
I don't know what Chris said, but it's not just me. There is a friend of mine from New York who's moving to Jacksonville named Straw Bricks. He's the guy that does the short sort with me. He will be there, and a fella named Brick Jams, Jamie, the one that bought me this beautiful shirt, will be there.
Woo! The consortium of Pink Bucket Nation.
There you go.
There you go.
The money behind the bucket.
Is the Brick Sugar Daddy going to be there?
Yeah, that's him.
What you said, yeah. Brick Jams.
Yeah, that's Brick Jams. That's my sugar daddy.
Can he buy me something at Atlanta Brick Company?
Hey! You stop it now. Exclusivity right here. Stop it.
So Brom dropped the knowledge about the ratio needed for the building to be on the angle, and reading it just makes my head hurt so much I've got a nosebleed. So
well, the fact that the hypotenuse is in there is automatic puts my brain to sleep.
There you go.
But Brom, do I have to? If I use a turntable, do I count the middle of the turntable as my starting point for my hypotenuse?
Ooh, wow! Now you've gone total nerd on us here.
Get out.
can't we talk about English literature?
Wasn't that Matthew's minor? I think, I don't know.
Classics.
Just classics. Classics.
Same thing.
Everything after 500 is garbage. 580.
Clearly.
I think my wife feels the same thing about history in general. Anything after 0 BC, it's.
What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? It's just boring. It's not relevant anymore. Although, if you really want to get her on a soapbox, you get somebody to tell her that BC stands for before Christ, and then she will lose her mind.
BCE.
BCE.
Isn't it? I thought they've since changed that.
Oh, they have. They have. She actually she'd watch the History Channel, and there would be some documentary, and it'd be a new documentary, and they would say BC and they would say before Christ, or they would just say BC, and she would send them a nasty email saying it's supposed to be BCE, it's before Common Era. Yeah. Whew. Archaeology students, don't mess.
I just watched History Channel for the aliens. All the.
Oh no!
I'm not saying
God, those
aliens, but
dudes with the aliens. Oh
no! I told my cousin, we recently got back into contact. She's like, "So, what did you study in college?" And I was like, "Archaeology and forensic anthropology." And she was like, "Oh, so do you like ancient aliens? Like, do you think it's real?" And I was like, "Oh my God, no!" No.
I mean, I can watch that for about 3 seconds, and I'm like, this looks like that show that used to be hosted by Shatner in the late 80s, like Unsolved Mysteries or something. But it's not got Shatner. So
they rebooted it on Netflix.
They did, but it's awful because it's an hour long. It's not like multiple stories in 1 hour. It's 1 hour dedicated to one story. Boring.
I watched all of it, and I will say I was disappointed in the amount of alien ones. It's mostly cold cases. There's like 2 alien ones, and they're both ridiculous. So.
Well, they did one on-
Ridiculous. They're both true. Come on, Adam.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
Welcome, Salty Chogs. Awesome name. Brahm's giving examples now too. So,
Oh, you need to look in the chat.
I'm
I've
only,
only accept examples from Brahm as holograms, nothing else.
Bye, Mark.
Projected from his exosuit.
by the way, do y'all ever like wake up in the middle of the night and you're looking for something to watch and turn it to headline news? What is used to be headline news on CNN, and it's basically this: just every 30 minutes is a different, murder mystery, unsolved or murders and stuff like that. And you're like, well, I was going to go to sleep now, but I'm not because somebody's going to kill me. And they're these. They were made in the 90s or whatever, these shows and everything, and maybe there's some new ones, but it's just all 30-minute murder documentaries, and I'm like, what happened?
Well, on A&E they had that. See you, man. They had that show, and again, it was about unsolved murders or it took a long time, Cold Case Files.
Yeah.
And I remember the only thing I liked about it was the narrator was the captain from Wrath of Khan. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Terrell, Captain Terrell?
Yeah. And every time I listen, I'm like, oh man, it's Captain Terrell. And yeah, I've lost interest now.
Does he start having an earache and then shoot himself in the throat with a phaser at the end?
Can only hope. Would have made the show better.
True.
The real old guys on the show are the ones who still pay for cable.
I pay for Dish Network.
Or have spouses that really still like HGTV and things.
Well, have spouses who...
Hey, I like HGTV. Stop that.
Well, my spouse knows how to run the remote, and if I had a remote, it's not good. We have crisis. So, we have Dish Network.
Hey, Brahm, I just want to thank you for posting that. It's crazy detailed and it looks cool. I've actually never seen that particular Lego math before, so I do appreciate you sharing that.
Oh man, he credits Niels too. Remember him? I haven't heard from him in ages.
Oh yeah, is he still building?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. I can't even remember though. How would we have communicated with him? Maybe Flickr?
He was probably on ClassicSpace.com, I'm guessing.
Oh, he was for sure. But after that, I seem to remember some sort of interaction with him. I can't remember. But oh, geez, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh yeah, jeez, man.
Oh yeah, geez. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Gee, oh, geez.
Don't you know?
Don't you know? Hang on.
Right, I got something to share if you guys care to see it.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Something to get us out of this conversation, please.
Yeah. So I think Chris and I may have talked about Rocketeer a little bit, but I'm just sorting, and I found something that I was working on a long time ago. But years ago, I was writing a Rocketeer fan film reboot, and this is some of the concept art of the reboot outfit.
Oh,
nice.
I like it.
This was from early when we were working on this, but I just thought that was really cool. I haven't seen this in a couple years, and I just found it in a Lego bin. So there.
And that's drawn by yourself?
No, this is a friend of mine is a concept artist, and we were working on this together for a while, and decided to drop it when Disney announced the Rocketeer Kids series, and we were like, "Oh, there's no way we can keep working on this because it was a current IP that Disney had." So the interesting thing was that we were trying to modernize it. So this is the bottom half is fighter pilot suit where they have the G-force pants that keep them from backing out. So it's based on a fighter pilot suit. And then he has, not in this version, but he had wrist thrusters. So where, he can adjust midair with the little rockets on his wrists. So
Iron Man.
A little Iron Man-y, yeah. But just thought that was cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan of comic and movie version of Rocketeer. So, yeah. Has anybody watched that Disney cartoon? I mean, I know it's for like a preschool age cartoony kind of thing.
No.
No, I haven't either. But
actually, I didn't even know there was a comic, or I forgot.
That's what the movie's based on.
Yeah, the one-shot comic or the graphic novel. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it came out after.
Oh, wow!
Oh, that's sweet.
This is what I bought when we were working on it. But yeah, there's the inside. It's all padded up. Not super comfortable to wear.
I love the fact that in the movie that they put the weld marks on it, like he had built it and all that kind of stuff. That's really cool. Good.
You have to wear that while you're like driving your car.
I don't know if it'll even fit me. Let's see if it fits. There we go.
So good.
Okay.
That looks awesome.
You need to wear that to every stream now, and only that.
I've been trying to convince my buddy Christopher to do like a Lego version of this helmet because he does the.
He could be the Rocketeer Stig.
Yeah.
The Rocketeer Stig. That's him.
There it is. Mark's got the comic. I have the compilation, I think, of that.
So who's the writer and the
nice.
artist on that?
That's so
Dave
cool.
Dave Stevens.
He died, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Very cool.
I love that.
Yeah, the thing is, the rocket pack in the movie actually looks cooler.
Yep.
Because the one in the comic, he actually looks like he's wearing this sort of colorful sort of that.
Yeah.
Like a vacuum.
Yeah.
Actually, the vacuum cleaner scene, it looks more what they call the vacuum cleaner in that scene looks like that drawing, which is kind of cool. But
kind of,
yeah.
But yeah, the art is fantastic. It's really
it is
so cool.
That's great.
Yeah, the dog restaurant is in there. I mean, the movie was almost a direct port, except the Betty Page angle, which although I didn't mind Jennifer Connelly in the role, but he was dating. Well, it wasn't Betty Page, but basically he just drew Betty Page in the comic. I mean, that's what he did. So.
I saw Jennifer Connelly in something recent. That Alita Battle Angel was on Netflix or whatever,
which was actually really well done, surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, I like Christopher Christopher.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's great and everything. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm quite finished it yet because I just kind of have it on the background while I'm building and like working on setting up photos and stuff. But yeah, so far it's been a lot of fun. I don't know, it got really panned.
Well, I think part of the reason that my disappointment is that it ended with this is like the beginning, and we don't probably guess there's going to be a sequel, which is like, come on, we could have gotten the sequel, then it would have been worth it.
Yeah.
So, quick question, Mark. You were holding up the diner there. When I was in high school, granted this was 30 years ago, they used to have that diner or a mock-up of that diner at the MGM Studios in Disney World, or not MGM Studios, or whatever it is, MGM Studios at Disney World. Do they still have that there, or did they take it down, or has it been replaced? Or anybody know? Comments?
A long time. I'm sure it's gone.
The dog, or
no, the restaurant.
Are you talking about the Brown Derby?
Is that what the name of the restaurant was?
No, you're saying that the dog restaurant was on display at thing, yeah.
Yes, at Disney.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever seen it there the times that I've gone.
Yeah, it was at MGM. It was at MGM. It was in the MGM Studios backlot type thing there, but evidently it's probably gone then. But that was cool because I remember I was in high school at the time. I was like, "Oh, I love this," and everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, you non-nerds, get away from me."
Oh, I remember I that summer because I was such a big fan, and it was the same year as Batman, right? For '89, was that when that came out? Yeah.
No, yeah, it came out like at the same weekend as Terminator 2 or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ignored.
So, I mean, I was a big fan of this. I took my best friend. I said, "Dude, this is better than than Batman. I mean, I use that phrase, and went to saw it, and I mean that's like the third time I'd seen it. The first time I saw it was one of the bunch of geeks at Georgia Tech when I was at school, and everybody's cheering the whole that big movie experience because we'd all read the comic stuff. So I go take my friend, and he's not into period pieces, and so I took him to it. I pumped it all up, and he came out. He goes, "I didn't really like that at all. I'm sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, but the thing is, never mind. Just never mind. He's not gonna get it." But no, I love that movie. I had the video game that Disney made an arcade game or a computer game, and it was stupid Nintendo hard. It was impossible to play, and I think I played it like 3 times. I'm like, "What is crap?" And the graphics looked great, but it was hard, super hard.
Rocketeer is pre-Iron Man movies.
Do you know you're talking about those games that are impossible? And I think there was. I mean, I kind of dropped out of the whole video game thing early, but occasionally I could go back in. If someone at a dorm or something had the thing. It seems like every single Robotech game they've ever made has been impossible. Like impossible. Like this. It's all this swirl of shooting and stuff. You can't know what's going on. I mean. Yeah, sure. Now that I'm 1,000 years old, I can't even watch a squirrel cross the backyard and not get dizzy or something by it. But I mean, even at like 23, I'm like this is gonna give me a stroke. Like watching this, trying to play this.
Well, the maneuverability was so like hairpin trigger, like you barely toggled, like your thumb would slip, and all of a sudden, boom, you're off in some arc, and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah, and you wanted it to be good because I mean it's Robotech, right? Like,
that one they did, I think it was when they brought it out for the PS2, and it was cell shaded, so it looked like you were playing the animation, and it was it was fantastic. And I was like, oh, this looks just visually awesome. But yeah, it was horrible to play.
Yeah. It's no Dragon's Lair, that's for sure.
Yeah. Which was so easy to play.
What? No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
What, do you remember? Was it the first one to be 50 cents to play? It was double the price.
Yeah. Remember, it was 50 cents, and the sit-in afterburner was 50 cents too. And man, talk about like inducing like vertigo and nausea. Holy cow! Oh man, that thing jerked you all over the place.
It was fun though. It was a great game. I mean, it was kind of 3D or ish, and yeah, that was actually super cool. Hey, Matt Forkham's here. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I've been looking at the chat. Sorry, guys. Good to have you here, man.
The thing about Dragon's Lair is that you couldn't really play it. It wasn't like a game where you could dynamically play it. It's almost like going through a maze where you had to move the controller in the correct direction at the correct time to proceed to the next scene, but you weren't really playing it. You weren't like maneuvering.
It was like choose your own adventure, like
kinda,
more or less.
Yeah. It was. Yeah,
but you had like a millisecond of grace to get when it would show you the way to go. You had to forward, back, left, right, and then you had to hit it. If you didn't, you were just 50 cents
like
down the tube.
Yeah, and then you come back and you do that 2 more times for your other 2 lives, and then there was your 50 cents.
Now here's something for the old farts in the room. Name the sci-fi one, which they also did a cartoon of. Exactly. Yeah.
Which
name the dude. Name the main character.
Who isn't Space Ace? I know Daphne. Was it Daphne? Princess Daphne was the scantily clad.
Princess Daphne was the Dragon's Lair. No, it was Dirk was the Dragon's Lair dude, I think. But I think that Space Ace, I think he had another name though.
They tried to make a really cheesy Filmation cartoon or something with that.
It was for the Saturday morning Supercade, yeah.
That 6 months of Saturday morning Supercade.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember. I do remember though the damsel that you got at the end of Dragon's Lair. She was scantily clad, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think. But now the one thing I do remember, the cool thing about Dragon's Lair, even though it was aggravating when you saw it because you died, but when he plopped down like this and looked at you mad and then turned into a skull.
There's skeleton. Yeah.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
It was only funny the first couple times, but then when it was over and over again, it became kind of bitter.
When you're $10 in and you hadn't got past the big marbles going in the thing, that was it. It's a great game though. It was Laserdisc, right? So it was awesome.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, now you can get on YouTube and just watch the whole playthrough of it.
It's this fine Don Bluth film that you can now watch instead of aggravatingly play.
I feel like I just stepped into part of Ready Player One.
Oh, don't even go there. don't you blaspheme that.
No,
that
I
Harry
enjoyed
Sue
the book,
of
but
awesomeness for males. I mean,
I'm not talking it down, but I'm just saying like this conversation feels very Ready Player One.
Yeah.
I had a guy, a writer, explain to me because I had finally gotten around to reading it, and I was like, I couldn't believe why it had taken so long to read it, and then I hadn't seen the movie yet, and he's like, don't be too excited for the movie if you really like the book. But then he also came out and he explained to me, he's like, the more I thought about the book and the more I analyzed it, it's basically Twilight for males in their 40s, and I was like, huh? And then he explained it, and I was like, oh yeah, you basically get everything you want at the end. Way to ruin it for me.
Don't do that.
But no, I still love it. It's still such a great read.
We listened to the 25-hour audiobook read by Will Wheaton, Driving Across the United States, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though my mother did not allow me to play any video games as a kid. So I have zero nostalgia about any of these games, but it was still a fun story to listen to.
Yeah.
And there's no way you could take that 25-hour audiobook and make it into a 2-hour movie.
No, you couldn't.
So when we got the movie in Redbox, we just began from the premise that it probably was going to be terrible, and it turned out not to be terrible, so we were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, not terrible, but basically nothing to do with the book.
Bye, Maddie. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the movie as a movie, not the Player One book,
I
basically.
did too. It was a good movie. I mean, I like the Hitchhiker's Guide that they put out, the movie. I enjoyed it. It is nothing. I mean, it's stripped down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll finish his statement since he zoomed out on us. Yeah, it's a stripped down version of like several of the books together.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the key elements from the first book, and that's what gave it its legs and was fun.
What's really fun of that is the BBC production where they do basically like line for line. Like,
Yeah.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Well, that not only that, but Douglas Adams was basically, I think he was an executive producer on the series, wasn't he?
I think so. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because he actually had like some like the voiceover was like him and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the fake prosthetic head for Zafad just
For Beeblebrox, yeah.
just awesome.
Although I like what's his face playing Beeblebrox. And I don't know, the head thing was different in the movie.
Yeah.
But what's his name?
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell was so good.
That guy is like an underrated actor. He is
so underrated.
Just
Yes.
really so much fun.
In Jojo Rabbit, Sam Rockwell steals every single scene that he is in. I mean, he is just hilarious as a Nazi SS officer, which I never thought I would say out loud.
Yeah, they don't really go. Yeah.
It's true.
A friend of mine is Sam Rockwell's assistant whenever he shoots around here, and he's a cool guy, like off camera too. That's what he says. He hangs out with them. And,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that there really is a Justin Hammer portion in the new Marvel stuff, like the Star Wars. Or
he totally stole like every single scene that he is in that.
I love it. I love it when he's sitting there with the ice cream and he's talking and he's got the tannin stuff on his hands.
Yeah,
and that's like it's just hilarious. And a lot of people just missed it.
They need to bring AIM into the movies again.
And it's unfortunate because he's in a movie with Robert Downey Jr., who is a scene stealer in his own right. So when you got two scene stealers at the same time, it gets awkward, which is unfortunate. So,
but the way that they when they put them together, it was so great because the fact the loathing the two characters had for one another was
he's
palpable,
all like,
right? It was oozing. It was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, they were only in the same camera shot for a tiny percentage of the movie. I mean, most of the time he was walking around plotting his plot, and
I have to tell you that I actually worked for a guy who actually looks like Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer. God,
didn't you work for the
defense contractors?
He's a defense contractor.
Maybe he was the prototype for the character.
Yeah, could be. I don't know.
Evil schemer.
Very weird.
Yeah, there are a lot of folks who don't like Iron Man 2. It actually is the one that I will stop and watch anytime it's on, or it's what I like it a lot. Just because
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
And then the big armor scene. I mean, my favorite scene is where War Machine takes the guy and just the robot and just uses the big gun and just hammers him right down the middle and blows him up. It's so great. I mean,
it's so much for everything else. It's hard not to watch it and understand what the significance of the story is for everything else that comes after it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great movie.
But also with Whiplash, what's his name?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke in that role is perfect, man.
I liked him in that too.
So good. Yeah,
I did. I like that movie. All right, hey guys, we're about an hour and a half, and I think we'll start to land the plane. Thank y'all for coming by today. Appreciate all the folks in the chat. We had lots of viewers today for Messy Monday, and I really appreciate that. Be back for basically open mic night. No plan, but I won't be here Thursday, but these guys will be running the show Thursday. I will be on the coast of Georgia at a conference at Jekyll Island, so they will keep it PG-13, I'm sure. And but we had a great time. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. Adam, glad you came by. I hadn't seen you in a while. And we are jelly that you got some Looney Tunes. That's cool. So don't forget, build something for the Mega Forest Be With You contest and do some awesome stuff. Make sure you continue to wear your mask. Please go and get your shots and make sure that, got one right there. I have had 2. And
nice
I'm excited about that. Make sure you do it. Just be kind to your neighbor and be nice and be considerate of others. Thank y'all for joining us. Be creative. Be awesome. See y'all later. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.